Auckland employment, growth in wages, and its relationship to house prices, rent. You've put some beautiful data here today, I've got to say, Kieran. It looks beautiful. Let's check it out.
Okay, well, this graph we're looking at employment growth, so the growth rate of employment versus the house price growth rate in Auckland. And you can see there's a pretty clear correlation there generally between more jobs means higher house price growth rate, or has been traditionally. So typically you can see that correlation in the yellow areas on that graph, where we have a surge of employment and corresponding rise in house prices. And then in the red areas you can see the softening of employment, except for that one there in 2018.
Seems to have deviated here. You look at this and go, wow, a lot of employment growth, but the house prices have been tanking at the same time.
Yeah, and that's about to change, as we know. Because
yeah, maybe. Employment versus another beautiful graph. Another beautiful graph here.
Okay, well, I wanted to look at the relationship between employment and rents. So does employment growth correlate to growth in rents? And again, there's a pretty clear correlation between the two. Over the longer term, you can see that when we have a surge of employment or good growth in employment, we tend to have, not always, but tend to have a corresponding rise in rents. And I guess that's because people have more money, more people are employed, so the demand for rents goes up. I also wanted to look at this, which is some people seem to think that rents have outstripped incomes over the last 20 years. So there's been a lot more growth in rents versus incomes. But actually, when you run the numbers for Auckland, this is what we come up with. And there's a very clear correlation between the two. They're both grown by roughly the same amount over that long term.
Sometimes it seemed to have...
Yeah, there was a growing gap at that point, but I think that's probably the result of the housing shortage that we actually experienced at that time. So, when you have a housing shortage, rents are going to go up by more. And
then here, it seems to have deviated a bit.
Yeah, more recently, the cross under. So rental growth hasn't kept matched up with employment growth, income growth, sorry. However, that's probably a reflection of the level of new builds that have come to the market in Auckland. So probably that's suppressed rental growth a bit over the last few years.
Yeah, a lot of interesting data here. And you've got this beautiful book again. Just so you know, it's out in the books team. Thanks for sharing some of the graphs in here. Beautiful data in here. And I think you should pay me for promoting the book someday.
You should probably pay me for turning up.
Yeah, true. Gas is expensive. Are you driving an electric car?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. But look, thank you for that. I mean, look, it is interesting times, and it does feel like maybe there's a little bit of an oversupply in houses, strangely, in Auckland. Yeah, I wouldn't say oversupply, but definitely different to past times.
Yeah, I don't buy into the argument we have a shortage of housing at the moment, but we are going to in the very short term.
Yeah, a lot of people coming in, right?
Yeah, and a lot less properties being built.
Cool. Well, look, that's really nice, Kieran.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.